Before we talk about cuts, we need to be honest about where we are. As of today, assuming every positive thing happens, Bridgeport Public Schools still faces a very real problem. Let's assume the best-case scenario. Let's assume the state passes SB 7 exactly as written. Let's assume Bridgeport receives approximately $5.3 million in additional state funding. Let's assume the mayor delivers the promised $5 million in additional city support. That gives us a little over $10 million in new resources. At this point in time, these numbers could be improved with advocacy. Or made worse, if passage fails and/or other fiscally harmful bills get passed while we are not watching. Now let's talk about what it actually costs to keep schools running. The superintendent has identified that it will take $4.1 million in the 2026 to 2027 school year just to maintain critical services, not to expand programs, not to add staff, not to fix past underfunding, just to stand still. When you subtract the best-case funding, state and city combined, we are still left with a gap of roughly $33.75 million. That is the number we are dealing with. $33.75 million. For most people, numbers like that are hard to grasp. They're abstract. They don't feel real. That's why this series exists. This series is not about scare tactics. It's not about politics. It's not about blame. It's about helping people understand the magnitude of the numbers by translating them into real decisions that affect real schools. Each episode takes one idea people often suggest and asks a simple question. If we actually did this, what would it save? And more importantly, would it solve the problem? Sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes the answer is not even close. By the end of this series, one thing should be clear. You can't cut your way out of a structural funding problem. Pretending otherwise doesn't make the math change. Just changes who pays the price.